September 26, 2024. Hurricane Helene making a catastrophic Category 4 landfall on Florida's Big Bend region. The storm triggered mass evacuations from Florida all the way up the eastern seaboard. Florida towns like Perry and Keaton Beach devastated. Helene is considered the deadliest U.S. hurricane since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. But the storm's impact was the worst in North Carolina, where nearly half of the deaths occurred.
It's been an incredibly apocalyptic weekend for all of us here in Asheville, North Carolina. There is almost no gas, there is almost no cell service, there's limited power, there is limited food.
But all my colleagues lost everything.
What was this like? Were you prepared for this kind of deluge?
I came from Florida after Hurricane Ian. I thought this is the area to be safe, and this is not safe.
So even though the forecast called for this much rain, were you expecting this impact?
No, not at all. Not at all. I had no clue.
A lot of homeless folks lost where they were staying because they were near the river. We've been taking care of them. We talked to people who were hanging on by trees while floodwaters came in and they were rescued. There were a lot of minor injuries from debris hitting folks that were trapped in the water, and then just people who got out just in time before the water came in and completely decimated their homes.
It's like paper, just the concrete just ripped apart by the rushing water. Nearly 3 feet has fallen in the aftermath of Helene, and you see all the destruction here. Structures that are destroyed, the water rushing underneath the concrete, creating piles of mud. And when the darkness comes, you really understand how scary the situation is. Water and other supplies and food are scarce. And you see 18-wheelers on their side and structures completely decimated as the rushing water came in and tore apart this pocket of Asheville like a tornado would. There are shopping carts loaded with food that people who have been cut off for days are waiting to try and get. FEMA is on the ground right now, and also the federal government has activated 1,000 active duty military members to come in and help FEMA, the National Guard, and aid organizations to deliver all of this food. And where I'm standing right now, here in the River Arts District of Asheville, well, let's rewind the video and look at the piled cars from 8 months ago as Helene made its way in late September and the aftermath that ensued all the way into October. There was no power, there was no running water, there was no communication. Buildings, structures, homes destroyed by the explosion of rivers, streams, and creeks, creating images like what you see. And the cleanup has taken a long time, and it is still going on. Major roadways have reopened in the past couple months. Some side roadways up in the hills and mountains still compromised and still being worked on. Communities not in order by any means, as aid groups are still launching themselves all around Western North Carolina, trying to help do their best, get this beautiful region of America back on their feet. What they need is people to come in, spend money at the hotels, restaurants, the Biltmore estates, local economies, the breweries, all the hiking trails, to get these communities back in order.